Alright guys, I don't do videos too often, but I wanted to show you what I got going on here today. I got my 79 Trans Am. Tell you a little bit what I got going on here. Right now I got a LS1, 2000 Corvette LS1 engine with a Silver Sport transmission, 4-speed bell housing mated to my original 4-speed transmission. Been having some issues with getting the engine positioning correct. I know there's a lot of nuances I'm trying to get figured out with the setup I got going on, because I'm trying to keep things as somewhat original as possible on this engine build or car build or whatever you want to say. Right now I started off, I was looking online and seeing on some of the forums and stuff. One of the things that people recommended was 1-inch setback plates. Right here I got 1-inch setback plates from Car Shop with UMI solid small block Chevy motor mounts. Now what I was having an issue with initially, I'll show you here. The small block Chevy mounts with this 1-inch setback plate was it was pulling the frame mount off the frame, and it just wasn't sitting right. So what I had done, I'll show you over here. I don't know if you can see too well. I'm recording off my phone. That's not too good. Anyways, there's a bolt right here, a bolt hole. That's where this triangulated small block Chevy mount goes. And what it was doing was it was making the mount sit too narrow in the frame, and that was what was pulling the mounts up. What I had done was I had switched this bolt position to the actual factory hole on the LS block. So what it had done was it pulled the small block Chevy mount slightly forward, and it also, because of the way that hole is drilled on this plate here, it raised the mount up and out. So basically that spread out both of the mounts, and now everything's kind of sitting where it should be. I don't have the bolts lined up. I think I'm going to have to use this setup and I think I'm just going to weld it together and make, kind of just modify it. But for now, it's sitting pretty much dead nuts on. Another thing I've been trying to do here, I'll show you real quick, is I've been trying to get the Z-bar to work, the factory style 70s, what's it called, clutch, and I had a from Skog & Dickey, an adapter plate that adapts the mechanical clutch leakage to this engine block. Now what they're saying is with their bracket, let me clear some space out here for you so you can see better. Their bracket bolted onto these two end pieces here, or the edge of the bell housing, and the bracket came around the block. Now the problem with that bracket is it sticks it places the ball for the mechanical linkage outboard more. Now what that does is it causes it just I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Something's going on with my car. I don't know. But that setup just really doesn't fit for what we got going on here. So what I'm going to do is, now that I got this engine set back a little bit further, I observed this block here, right here on the edge of this block, and that block here, right here is the mechanical clutch linkage. And now that I got the engine set back a little bit more, this bracket for the mechanical linkage now comes straight in line with that ear and that block. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is cut down this little block, this ear a little bit more, shave it down, and then drill and tap right on the side there, and that should, in theory, get my mechanical Z-bar to be right in line with the engine where it should be from the factory. So, yeah, this is what I got going on here. I'll show you another thing. Down below here, I got what's called the Batwing Corvette LS1 oil pan. A lot of people don't use these for swaps. I totally understand. A lot of these T56 transmissions and 4L60s, 4L80s, they're longer, so with those engine setups, you kind of almost have to keep the engine a little bit more forward, or as forward as possible, to have clearance in the back. But since I have my original 4-speed, which is smaller than most any transmission you could run in one of these cars, it allows me to set the engine back. The only thing that's kind of not fitting right is the oil pan bolt, unfortunately. I mean, it's so close. I'm right there. It's barely not coming out, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I seen one other guy drill and tap and relocate the drain bolt. I'm not sure if I could just touch and grind the frame a little bit and have the clearance just to get it out, but man, it is right freaking there. Let me stand up here. So I'll show you one more thing here before I run. Right now I have it kind of loosely setting in place, but this is it. I mean, this is neutral, first gear, you know, it's second gear. I got some clearance there, third and fourth. It clears the console. I don't have the console bolted in, but judging where the bolts are, or where it bolts to the dash, it's pretty much right there. But yeah, it's super close. Below the car on the the cross member, the bolt for the cross member to the trans, I think it's got to be slotted a little bit, or I can slide the cross member back slightly, but yeah, it's pretty much right here. Basically what I'm doing is I haven't seen really any slider mounts to get it where I have it now. Right now, I guess you could say it's on a 1.5 inch engine setback versus the stock position, if you will. Again, I had the stock, or I shouldn't say stock, the 1 inch setback plates for the engine, and I kind of figured out a way to set it back another 1/2 inch by changing the position of the bolt to what the LS block has. But yeah, I'm really excited about this setup. I can't, I don't do too many videos with my card stuff. Maybe I'll do a little bit more soon, but I'm not really a professional YouTube guy, or whatever, or trying to make money on this stuff. But yeah, I haven't seen what anyone else do what I have going on here with the internet. I know a lot of people, doing the LS swaps. They're naturally tracing the 5, 6 speed transmissions with the overdrive and all that stuff, which is totally fine. I'm not against that, but I'm kind of trying to keep this car somewhat original to a degree. This is a LS1. It's fully built up and all that stuff, and I'm pretty excited about having the engine set back 1.5 inches and the console working correct, and I'm really hoping that I can get this mechanical clutch linkage to fit, because if that works, I mean, that keeps everything relatively cheap for me. A lot of these hydraulic clutch plates, you got to buy the plates, $50, and then you got to buy the F body or whatever tick master cylinder for the hydraulic clutch, and then you got to get the hydraulic throw off bearing for the trans, and all that stuff. It's cheap up front, but then a lot of it adds up. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So if you guys want me to do any more videos on this, I'm sure I can definitely do that for people that are interested. And I know some people have been wanting to see the Corvette oil pan. Has been a huge thing that a lot of people have been asking me about, because that thing is just super wide. I mean, you can see it's, it kicks out right off the engine a good amount. But yeah, it clears the frame here, which I'm super excited. It's got this is a C5, again, this is a C5 Corvette, so it's like a 97 to 2004 Corvette oil pan. This is the later model version. This was actually from a 2000 engine, and I know the earlier ones were a one-piece. This one's a two-piece oil pan, so you can actually unbolt the bottom. It's got an improved racing trapdoor kit in the oil pan, so yeah, there was that. And yeah, that's where I'm at here. I'll catch up with you guys soon, and then yeah.